You don't necessarily need one, but it can kind of help elevate this workout a little bit more for you. Make sure you've got some water. If you don't have a resistance band and you want to use maybe like a light dumbbell or even just a towel, that'll be totally fine. So as I said when we first began, this is going to be a chair workout today and mainly focusing on core and posture. I don't know about you guys, but I know that the more and more I sit, the more I just start to hunch over, and before I know it, I'm like on my computer like this, working all day, and then I wake up and I'm like, why is my back and my neck so sore? I wonder why. The good news is that this workout is going to be perfect for you, for us to strengthen all of those posterior chain muscles that kind of get a little aggravated from sitting, and also learn how to activate those deep core muscles. So even while you're sitting at your desk or you're watching TV or doing anything, you can learn how to activate, get a little core workout in, and make sure we're getting the most out of our session here. So if you are ready, you can just kind of take your band, lay it across your lap if you want to. Let's grab a quick sip of water. And we are going to get started with our warm up. So first thing we're going to do, I love starting off with just a simple seated cat-cow. So we're going to take our hands, I like to start with them inside our thighs here. We're going to tuck our chin and we're going to round our back. So you should feel a nice big stretch in the upper part of your back. And then we're going to take the hands, I kind of like to put them either on my hips or on the back of the chair and open up. Oh my goodness, I already have a whole bunch of popcorn cracks in my back. Let's do that 2 more times. Hands in, we're going to exhale, all our air out. And then hands to the back, open up into the reverse. We got 2 more of this. I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see what this looks like. Hands to the thighs, chin tuck, round yourself in. And then we go, opposite, open up. I like to think that I'm trying to squeeze my elbows together a bit. Last one, chin tuck, and open up. Beautiful. Up next, we're going to go into just some seated torso twists. Now, if you suffer from any type of osteoporosis or anything like that, please be very gentle with any type of twisting movements that we are doing. So all we're going to do is we're going to start just with our hands out in front here, and we're just going to rotate to the side, hold for 3, 2, 1, back to the center, rotate to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center 2 more times each side. 3, 2, 1, and back. Rotate over. And back. Last one. Now you'll notice I keep adjusting myself in my chair because I do find the more that I do my movements, the kind of closer and closer to the edge I end up getting, and that's totally fine to do. And back. Let's hit up 10 shoulder rolls going back. Nice and deep. And let's go to the front. Again, this whole warm-up series that we're doing too, you could very easily just write this down and do this all throughout the day. Let's take that right arm. We're going to reach all the way up and over. And back, other side. Remember, all of these, don't hold your breath either. Let yourself gently lean into the stretch and back. Last little warm-up thing we're going to do is where we're going to turn on and engage that core. So we're going to do some marching sitting in the chair. Now, it's very easy for people just to kind of lift their knees. Like, here I am, I'm marching. This is pretty simple, but I'm not getting any core engagement out of this. So first thing I want you to do is you can kind of put your hands on your waist here, and I want you to think about drawing your belly button into your spine. And I like to think about the pointy parts of my hips here. Like if they were popping out, I'm trying to squeeze them together going in. So I pull my belly button in, I try and pull my hips in, I brace myself, so I'm kind of bearing down a little bit, and now I'm gonna lift, maintain maintaining that the entire time. Now, if you activate all of that correctly, you will definitely notice that this is a little bit more difficult to do. Now we're really engaging that lower abdominal muscle, and especially if you have had kids at any point in your life, that pelvic floor and that deep transverse abdominis still is probably pretty weak. This is an excellent way to find that engagement there and really be able to use the core instead of just relying on your hip flexors. We're gonna go one more each side. Good, and relax. So we made it through our warm up. Grab a quick sip of water whenever you need, and we're gonna start with our band. I'm gonna move up just a little bit here. Again, if you don't have a band, you don't need it. You can use a towel, you can use kind of like a small dumbbell if you want, or you can just follow along with the movements and just make this a really good mobility-based workout for you. I'm gonna demonstrate what we're gonna do on each side, and then we'll get into the actual movement. So first we're going to do is find a little bit of tension on that band. We're gonna start with our hand to our hip. Make sure our feet are flat on the ground, so if you have to move up a little bit, that's okay. And we're gonna rotate up to the side and then come right back down. So as I go, I'm following the band with my eyes because I don't want to add any undue stress to my back. I'll show you what it's gonna look like on the other side. So hand starts down at the hip. I'm maintaining those hip bones, trying to pull together, and I'm coming up at an angle and right back down. All right, let's go. We're gonna go 12 times to the first side. So we're gonna come up and back, all the way up and back. As you go, if you have to stop at any time to kind of re-engage that core, that's totally fine. I'll have to do it myself a few times as well. Engage, push those hip bones together. Also, when you're using a band, remember the closer your hands kind of get on the band, the more tension you're going to have. The looser or further apart your hands are, the less tension here. We got about 3 more to go. If you're not using anything, you can just be holding your hands, coming straight up and across. Up and across. If you repeat this workout and you want to do this while you're standing, it's very easy to just kind of come up, rotate, and then all the way back down. Let's switch over to the other side. So first thing we do, pull those hip bones together, pull in that lower ab, make sure that our ribs aren't flaring out, and instead we're thinking about crushing a soda can by pushing down. So I'm looking over my shoulder, following the band, and then coming right back. All the way up and down. Now, if you've done any type of exercise before, you'll always notice that one side feels a little bit different than the other. That is completely normal, completely fine, and also to be expected. We all favor one side over the other. Typically the side that is your dominant side, like if you're right-handed or if you're left-handed, is going to be your more mobile and stronger side. But that doesn't mean that we don't focus just as hard on the opposite side. So remember, if you want to do this standing up, you can always just reach up and come back down. But this is all seated. So we got 2 more here. Exhale as you come up. Inhale, bring it back down. Squeeze that core. Up. And all the way back down. Beautiful. Shake those arms out a little bit if you need. Next, so we just worked some obliques. Now we're gonna work some upper traps here. If you have your band, we're gonna hold it just at about shoulder height. Now remember, don't find yourself starting to hunch like this. Get yourself seated up as tall as you can. Feet flat on the ground, squeeze, pull those hip bones in. We're gonna pull apart and then come back in. Pull apart, back in. We're going to do 12 of these. If you don't have a band, very easy. Again, chest opener, come right back in. Chest opener, right back in. If you're using a towel, you can always just slide your hands on the towel and then bring it back in. Whatever works best for you. As long as we're up and we're moving around, we're having fun, we're getting a little sweaty, that's all we care about. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind as you do this, like you're almost trying to like squeeze a pencil in between them. So open up, squeeze. Let's do 3 more. 2, squeeze those hips. I just felt myself losing connection with my core, which is why I said that, so I could get back into it. Now we're gonna do kind of the same thing, but we're just gonna change. If any of you have ever done physical therapy before for your shoulders, you've probably done this a million times, but now we're going to sort of work the same motion, but we're gonna have palms up, elbows tucked in, and we're gonna pull apart and come back in. Now, this one here, you may have a very limited range of motion for. That's okay, totally fine. Again, we work on this week by week, day by day to get a little bit better. Open and close. Make sure when you're doing this, those elbows are trying to stay glued to that rib cage. We don't want to be pulling apart here. We're trying to really work on what we call those external rotator cuff muscles in our shoulder. Again, don't forget that core. I know there's a lot that I'm asking you to do today. I promise you it's well worth it. Let's do 4 more. Open all the way up. Squeeze back in. Open, back in, open. Last one. Good. Now, those shoulders might be burning a little bit, feeling it kind of up here in between your neck. Let's do 5 shoulder rolls. And go forward, loosen that up a bit. Now, you can kind of put your band off to the side if you want to. We're not going to use it for this next one here. I am going to turn my chair to go to the side because I want you to be able to see kind of profile what we are doing. You don't have to change your chair position though. We're going to start at the edge of the chair here, feet flat on the ground, and this is going to be something we build in 3 different stages. From here, crush that soda can, squeeze the hips, pull up, and we're just going to lean slightly back and then come right back up. Slightly back, maintain that tension here, and back up. Hold on to the chair, and remember, you're just going as far as feels comfortable to you. If just this far, you start to feel that engagement, that's fine. If you need to be able to come all the way back, pull back up, that's fine as well. Next one that we're gonna build onto is we're gonna come back, we're gonna lift a leg, and we're gonna come up. We're gonna come back, lift the other leg, and back up. If this is too much for you and you're starting to lose that engagement with those lower abdominals, which I am just a little bit, and up, then just stick with this lean back and up. Back and up. Let's do 2 more of this one on each side. Up. Lean back, engage, lift, and up. Lean back, engage, lift, and up. If you're a stud and you want to be able to try and bring this up to the next level, you can come back, lift both legs, touch down, come back up. Back, lift both legs, down, back up. Now, the prerequisite to this is that you're able to maintain that tension that we talked about the entire time. Because again, very easily, I could just lean back, lift my legs up, and come up. We didn't do anything. We just used momentum there. Lean back, hip bones together, crush the soda can, pull in, lift, come back up. 5 more. Back, lift, and up. Do whatever one works best for you here. Last 2. Back, lift, down, up, back, lift, down, and up. Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to the front here. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you got a nice little sweat going. You're feeling that core engagement. We're gonna move into some side leg lifts. Now, 2 options for this. Option 1 is you can stand behind your chair here and side and back. Side and back. Option 2 If you need to do this seated, you're gonna scoot yourself all the way back, and we're just gonna kind of lift to the side and back up. Lift to the side and back up. I'm gonna do a couple standing, and then I'm gonna do a couple seated for you so we get the best of both worlds. So I'm here. I apologize, I know you can't really see me. So start, crush the soda can, squeeze the hips together, hold on for support, out to the side, back in. Now, if you are okay balancing with just one hand, take that opposite, the hand that you're not using, put it on that low belly here. Feel the firmness each time you lift. We're gonna go 3 more. 2 and 1. Let's go to the other side here. So I'm gonna activate, crush the soda can, hips together, other leg, and back in. Out and back in. Squeeze and out. If you're looking to take this to the next level, as you're coming in, you can squeeze your inner thigh muscles here together to get a little bit more here. Remember, your core is not just your abs. Everybody thinks that it's just your abs. Your core is your glutes, your hamstrings, your groin muscles, your lower abs, your back, everything. We're gonna go back to the right side, or the left side again. I'm just gonna do these seated now for you. So crush the soda can, hips, out and in, out and in. 2 more. Last one. Hit up the other side. Adjust yourself, squeeze, activate. I know you're probably sick of hearing me say that, but the more that we're able to do, that we're able to subconsciously just keep doing it, the better we're gonna be. Also, your abs might be pretty sore after this. If you've done a lot of core work before, and rest. If you've done a lot of core work before and you're like, I don't understand, I can do like 100 crunches and I'm not feeling anything, it's probably because we're not actually activating the abs, we're using those hip flexors instead. So if you got a little something, feeling a little fire going on in there, then you're doing it correctly. Let's grab our bands again, one more time. Again, this is going to be sort of a 3-part movement here. We'll start with level 1, go to level 2, and then finish off with level 3. Pause yourself wherever it is that you need, and just maintain. If level 1 feels okay for you, then we'll go from there. Grab your band or your towel, or you can just use your hands here. We're going to lift straight up and come back down. Now, if you've got your band, make sure you got a little tension on that. Up. Also make sure we're not reaching forward like this. We're sitting up nice and tall. Band kind of scrapes your nose as you come down. So let's go. Squeeze, engage, press up. Come all the way back down. Press up. Back down. We're going to go 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. So that was level 1. If that's an okay spot for you to be, you're going to do the next 10 doing that. Next one that we're going to do is we're going to press up, lift, back down. Press up, lift the other side, and back down. Up. There's 3. We're going to go 10 total. Down, up, back down. Now remember, I can already see myself in the camera kind of doing this, where I'm starting to kind of lean back a little bit. I'm going to loosen my band a little so I can get a little bit better tension and range of motion here. If you guys have any shoulder issues as well and you can't go up all the way, that's totally fine. Last one, level 3 that we can do. I'm going to scoot back so you can see me all the way. We're going to get that tension, and we're just going to stand all the way up and then bring it back down. Stand all the way up and back down. I do apologize because I think I'm a little bit out of frame trying to back up here so you can see, but you get the idea. We got 10 of these. Last exercise that we have before we do our cool down. That heart's pumping a little bit. We're doing it right. 4 more. Come on, you got this. 2. Last one. Up and down. Beautiful. Back again. You can take your band, you can kind of put it off to the side if you'd like. Grab some water real quick. And we're gonna get into our cool down now. So we did a lot kind of with the upper body, because the upper body during any type of, or if you're doing anything over your head, it forces your core to turn on to keep yourself more stable. So we're gonna make sure we stretch out the upper body, we're gonna stretch out that back, and then we'll finish with some deep breathing. So let's start with hands, and we're just gonna open up really big, and then you're gonna hands together, pointed fingers, chin tuck. So this is similar to what we did in the beginning with those seated cat-cows, but this is more kind of targeted for that upper body. Let's go 3 more. Open up and back down. Open up, back down. Last one, open and back down. 2 options for this forward fold that we're going to do. The first one, let me turn to the side so you can see, is you can just take your hands from here, tuck your chin, and just kind of let yourself fold down as far as you like. If you want to be able to use your chair, you can take your chair, walk yourself back a little bit, drop your hips, forward fold here. This is really great for the lats, so this big muscle right here, really great for the upper back. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and have a seat again. Moving into some spinal twists. Again, if you have any type of limitations with this, please use caution. We're gonna take that hand, we're gonna reach it all the way up, look over your shoulder. This is still where we wanna have core engagement. Just because we're cooling down doesn't mean we still can't work that core. So pull in nice and tight, relax. Other hand's gonna lift up, across, and down. Let's repeat that one more time. Up, across. I'm trying to look over my back shoulder here as best as I can. And release, up, across. And back to the center. Last stretch we will do here is we're gonna take your arm, we're just gonna cross it over top here. Can you guys see this giant leaf that my bird of paradise plant just did? Like, look at the size of this thing. I don't even know what to do. It's like bigger than my child. And open. As you can tell, I love plants. I have a lot of plants in my house. I'm convinced that it makes your life better when you have plants. Not when it comes to watering them all. And release. Let's finish off with just some deep breathing to close everything off. We're going to find that good posture, okay? Crush the soda can, squeeze the hips in, pull that belly button in. We're gonna inhale, hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, maintain that squeeze. Hold at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale in, hold, maintain that squeeze. Exhale, hold at the bottom. 2 more. Inhale in, exhale out. Last one. The purpose of deep breathing, hold, is just to kind of reset that central nervous system